Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with another double review. The last double review I did was Grave of the Fireflies and Spirited Away, so I figured I'd do one. And this one I'm going to call the Animal Cruelty double feature. This double feature review is going to consist of two movies. Felidae, the German film Felidae, and I believe the British film Watership Down. Both of these are based on novels. The first I'll be reviewing is Felidae. Felidae is about a cat who moves into a neighborhood with his owner, only to find out that there's been a series of murders being committed. A series of murders being committed against cats. Cats are being killed left and right. And this film is notorious for being really graphic in the depictions of the cats' corpses. And yeah. Also, it's apparently a pretty profane movie dialogue-wise, and yeah, he's trying to figure out what's going on with these murders. The second film is Watership Down. Now Watership Down, I really don't know if this film has dialogue or not. I haven't done a ton of research on it. I know it's another film that's quite infamous. This one is about a kind of group of rabbits that are that after losing their home they try to find. I'm not 100% sure about the plot. It's about them trying to find a place to live, and basically it gets really dark within the film with rabbits being killed by dogs and stuff like that. Both of these films are often even referred to as horror films because of how graphic and dark they are. So yeah, let's start it off with Felidae. Well, that was Felidae. So, I've got to say this: the animation in this movie is really, really good, and the film has a really nice look and atmosphere to it. The writing in this film is really good and like a bit quirky and humorous at times. The voice acting here, the English version of it, is pretty good as well. I like the voice acting. It's not the best like an English dub of any film I've ever seen, but it's definitely a pretty good dub for what it is. Now, I've got to say, this movie is pretty fucking brutal. I mean, from my personal standpoint, I'll say this: I don't like cats. I actually kind of hate cats. But this movie is creepy and violent and brutal and nightmarish. And even nightmarish at times. Although the quirky writing and characters and this humorous dialogue does kind of make it a bit less gross and nightmarish at times. But I mean, still, I really, really like this one. I really dig the music in it. The sound mix is really good, although it does that thing that English dubs usually do, where what the characters are saying doesn't match, and it does throw me off a little bit, but it's still okay. It's still fine. Shit, I don't know. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like the corpse grinders, and 10 being something like brain dead. Felidae is a 6. And now, when I say 6, I'm not talking actual film standards, and I'm not saying animated films are not films, but I'm talking like a live action film we're not talking live action film standards, we're talking animated film standards. And like, when I say animated, I mean really animation from any country except Asian countries, more specifically Japan, because I've seen one of the most violent animated films I've ever seen is Akira, and Akira is anime. So this is like under just normal kind of animation, your average kind of like American, or as in this case, German animation. This one's at least a 6. It is it's pretty graphic. I mean, if you are not okay with like animal cruelty in films, or like animal experimentation, or like just dead animals in general, if you don't like that stuff, even though I still think that this film is actually kind of pretty funny and you know, really clever, and it's a really good like neo-noir film. It's still, I would still definitely say that this is a horror film. You know, even though I'm talking right now and I'm saying that this film is great, it's not. It's definitely, most definitely not for everyone. Most definitely not a film for children too. Just trust me on this. It's a very unique film, though. It's very interesting, and I really like this movie, and I hope that there is an American DVD or Blu-ray release of it sometime soon, because there hasn't been an American DVD release of it at all. I don't even think there's been a VHS release of it, yet there's an English dubbed version. I mean, I'm sure that the English dub is probably for like the UK or some other English-speaking country, predominantly English-speaking country. But now I'm starting to rant. 5 out of 5 stars. And now I'm gonna go sit down and watch Watership Down. Wish me luck, because I hear that Watership Down is a lot more depressing than Felidae. So, yeah. Let's watch. Okay, so, I got the plot for, the Watership Down wrong. Well, kind of. It's about a group of rabbits leaving their home because one of them fears that something bad is going to happen. And that rabbit, every time he said that something bad is going to happen, something bad has happened. So a group of rabbits just leave, and they have to find a new home. And on their journey to their new home, they encounter a lot of dangerous animals and a lot of just death and violence, and they try to survive through it. So, one big question, the big thing I hear about this movie all the time. I hear it's disturbing. I would definitely say it is. Yeah. It's a pretty dark film, and it's also pretty sad, especially at the ending of the movie. The animation in this film is absolutely amazing. It's almost breathtaking. The backgrounds are really nice and like painted and detailed and like really nice, and the rabbits look really lifelike. I mean, not extremely lifelike. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. They look like actual rabbits instead of like something out of a cartoon. Like, they actually look like drawings of a rabbit you would find in like an anatomy book or something. So, yeah, there's that. The way the animals move in the film is very, you know, realistic and lifelike. The voice acting in this film is top notch. Well, the characters are very lovable and likable, and you care for them. And I mean, I didn't cry at the end, but I wanted to. I felt a deep sadness at the end of the movie. It's a pretty sad movie, honestly, and the fact that they made the characters so richly written really adds to the film overall. And the characters are surprisingly relatable, considering that they're, you know, rabbits. And we're humans watching this film and relating to rabbits. It just seems a little weird. The music in this film is probably my favorite thing about it. The music really conveys the tone and atmosphere they're setting for the film, and it really gives the film a nice touch, especially in the a lot darker scenes. It really, it makes the scenes a lot, you know, a lot creepier, a lot more nightmarish, harder to watch. The film has a very nice use of sound, and the sound mix in the film is also really, really good. the film is really good at setting tone and atmosphere, and I really liked it. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like The Corpse Grinders, and 10 being something like Brain Dead. Again, we are talking like normal animation levels of violence. This one's at least a 4. It is not as bad as Felidae. Felidae, I think. I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking well English. I'm not speaking very well tonight. But the other film I reviewed in this video, it's not as violent as that one, but that one was a lot more comical and you know, a lot more for an adult audience. This one is actually more geared towards children, and that's the really crazy part. Like, seeing this movie as a kid, I probably would have been horrified by it. So yeah, the film is very beautiful, also very heartbreaking and gritty, and just a little bit disturbing at the same time. Another 5 out of 5. So yeah, this is basically just like my previous double review where I gave both the movies a 5 out of 5. Yeah, that was definitely a good movie, but now I kind of want to go like watch something that's not so serious and depressing. So I'm gonna go find something to watch. Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like my channel, be sure to like this video, favorite it, whatever you want, and maybe subscribe perhaps. I would really, really appreciate that. And check the links in the description below. There are links to things like my Tumblr, Twitter, all that, Facebook. All that is in the description below, as well as Rotten Cotton t-shirts, where I get my horror film t-shirts like this I Drink Your Blood t-shirt I'm wearing right now. This is available on their site for like 15 bucks. It's a pretty good deal if you buy like 6 or 7 shirts, and you get it. And if they're like under 20 bucks, you can buy them all together as a package, and you get it for like 70 bucks, and it's a really, really good deal. It's where I get my horror film t-shirts. And be sure to check out my friend Chloe, her cosplay and makeup tutorial channel. It is in the description. She always does something really interesting, really cool. And I guess that's it. I'm signing off. You guys have a good day, good night, good whatever. Peace.